This is my secret to making tons of music really, really fast. If you're watching this video, you obviously make music. You probably record your own songs at home. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, sometimes it actually takes quite a while to, like, make a song, to, like, finish a song. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it'll, like, weeks will go by and it'll be like, fuck, bro. Like, I only made, like, one or, like, two songs. You know what I mean? And that's a shit feeling, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That fucking sucks, right? Maybe you're not releasing music as often as you'd like to be, you know? You're not consistent. It's like, fuck, bro, like, I only dropped one song last month. Like, that fucking sucks, right? And a lot of us fall into this boat. Like, bro, you might not even have a ton of songs released yet at all. You know what I mean? You might only have one or two or fucking 0 songs out. And this will help you. This video will help you just to fucking slam out a bunch of shit, slam out a bunch of music, and then you have a discography. Boom. I've made over 150 songs in the past 2 years, right? But I wasn't always like this. After my first 4 years, 4-ish, maybe 5 years of making music, guess how many songs I had released, right? Fucking one song, bro. One fucking song, right? So bad. I felt like a loser, right? I felt so disappointed in myself and just so fucking shit. And I was thinking, fuck, bro, like maybe everyone's right, you know? Maybe I won't be a successful artist, you know? Maybe I'll fucking have to get a 9 to 5 and have a normal life. Maybe I'll never fucking be successful, right? I had all these thoughts and it was fucking terrible, right? But through this frustration and through all this learning, I discovered a few simple tricks, simple strategies that allowed me to do something fucking insane, right? I recorded and produced an entire full-length album in 2 weeks. I made one song every day for 14 days in a row. It was fucking sick. It was mad. Now I'm gonna explain the only 3 strategies that you will ever need in order to make a ton of music really, really quick. So strategy 1 is eat the frog. I know this sounds weird, but I'm going to explain what eat the frog means, right? The analogy is if you had this big, 3-course dinner, 3-course meal, you got fucking whatever, entree, you got a steak for dinner, you got some fucking ice cream for dessert, right? But you have to eat a frog. Like, you have to eat a fucking frog as well. Right? Someone's got a gun to your head. They're like, you have to, you get to eat all the food, but you have to eat a frog as well. Right? When are you going to eat the frog? Are you going to eat the frog after everything? Right? Are you gonna kind of be like a little pussy and like eat all the good tasting shit, right? Eat all the ice cream, right? And then eat this disgusting ass frog afterwards? Right? It's all slimy and shit. And like, think about that, right? If you eat the frog after all the good tasting shit, you're not even really going to be present and enjoying the food because you're just going to be worrying about this fucking frog that you have to eat that's real fucking gross, right? Or you could do it the other way around, which is, it's kind of shit, kind of fucking tastes bad, but you eat the frog. The frog's alive, by the way, right? So you gotta like fucking crunch and like fucking crush its skull with your teeth, right? It's all fucking blood and guts and shit. You can do that first, and then, it's fucking disgusting, but you have the rest of the meal to enjoy afterwards, right? So, this sounds really fucking retarded, but the analogy is the frog is making a song, right? The frog is the actual work that you have to put in to making a song, right? And the entire meal is just your day, right? So there's other things you do in your day. You might watch TV. You might go for a nice peaceful walk. You know what I mean? You might, do other tasks throughout your day. But what you really need to be doing, right, in order to make a lot of music in a really short amount of time, what you really need to be doing is working on the music, right? Sometimes you're not always going to want to, right? Sometimes the music is going to seem like a fucking big disgusting frog. It's like, today I don't really want to work on it, right? Maybe I'll do something easier. Maybe I'll go watch TV. Maybe I'll go eat some food or take some drugs, right? But you have to discipline yourself to eat the frog, right? And the whole point of this analogy is that when you structure your day, right, you want to put the hardest, most important work first. So in this case, if we're setting the goal to make a lot of music in a short amount of time, our priority, the only thing we have to do is just work on the music. Is just sit down, fucking lock in with the headphones on, make the beat, do whatever you do, play guitar, whatever type of music you make, right? You have to sit down and do the actual fucking work, right? But a lot of the time, it's easier to do some other shit, right? A lot of the time, we're tempted, to fucking just go watch TV, just go sit on your ass, or like scroll on your phone, or all these other things that we could be doing that are so much easier, right? Making music's fun, we love making music, but it's not always the easiest thing in our day, right? Sometimes it requires our fucking brain. Sometimes we're sitting there and we get frustrated, like, oh fuck, like, these lyrics are shit, or this isn't what I want it to be, this and that, right? Sometimes there's friction when you're making music, right? And this to us is like that slimy frog, where it's like we want to do the work, we want to have a bunch of music, we want the result. We do enjoy making music, but sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult, right? So we've identified this. So either way, eat the frog is just do the work on the music first. First thing in your day. And then the rest of your day is fucking chill, right? If that's your one goal right now, right? If you just fuck everything else, right? If you really want to make music, if you really want to make a shit ton of music and just fucking actually make some progress in this area, structure your day so that you wake up and the first thing you do, right? I'm talking the first thing you do, like I did it today, right? I woke up early as fuck too, like 4:20 a.m., right? I woke up. I'll get more into the waking up early later, but fucking wake up. What did I do? First thing, get the laptop, get the fucking guitar. I'm doing some shit. It's like immediately. I didn't brush my teeth. I'm wearing fucking pajamas and shit. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. You just straight into the fucking music. Straight away. Eat the frog. Right? Because I'm sure you can relate to the experience that I'm sure you've had a day where you don't even think about it. You're like, yeah, I really got to make that music. Yeah, I really got to work on that song, Yeah. But you keep putting it off and procrastinating on the work that you have to do, right? That's like eating the frog after the meal. And that's just shit. That's just shit because you're trying to enjoy your day and you're trying to feel productive. But if you don't make the fucking music first, your day's gonna be shit. You're not gonna make any music. So either way, man, strategy one, first and foremost. This is fucking huge, bro. This is huge. I hope I'm getting the point across that I want to. But eat the fucking frog, right? The frog in this instance is you have to work on music. Put time and attention into music. Sometimes you don't want to do it, right? Be honest. Sometimes it's a little hard, right? You know what's easier? Watching TV, jacking off, eating fucking lollipops and whatever the fuck you want to do, right? That shit's way easier than actually putting the work in and trying to make some good music, right? But you shouldn't do what's easy. You should do what you need to do to get the result, to get the life that you actually want to live, right? So either way, if you do that first, you discipline yourself. You have your most willpower and discipline and shit in the morning anyway. So you wake up. This is a fact. You can look at studies and shit of finite willpower and decision fatigue and all these things, right? Throughout the day, it becomes so much harder to do something difficult, to work, essentially, right? But when you first wake up, if you get it in your brain that you're just gonna fucking work on the music, it's so much easier to actually just knock it out, get it done. And this is how I was doing when I did one song a day for 14 days. I would wake up and I did nothing else except make music. Like, I woke up, made a cup of tea, right? Smoked a bong, right? Would not really recommend, but fucking 4 a.m., then I'm locked in this room, and I'm not coming out of the fucking room until the song is done, right? That is Eat the Frog. None of this bullshit of like, oh yeah, like, well, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I'll have lunch, and then I'll work a little bit on the music. Like, nah, bro. If you actually want, like, fucking treat life like a professional, man. If this is what you want to do as a profession, lock in, fucking eat the motherfucking frog. I hope you understand, right? By the way, if this is helping you, if you feel like you gained value from that, just check the top link in the description. It's cringe, but hit the link in the description, man. I'm not even gonna fucking explain it, but click the fucking link. I'm gonna help you. There's a music program that I'm building. It's okay. Yeah, I'm selling some shit, but it's cheap as fuck, bro. It is way too fucking cheap. Click that. I'm in there. You'll figure it out when you fucking click the link. Just click the fucking link, right? I'm gonna continue. So, strategy number 2 is deep work, right? So when we work on music, this is deep work. This is from a book. I have the book Deep Work by Cal Newport, right? So I'm gonna explain what deep work is in just very simple fucking terms. And don't get scared of like, oh, work, deep work. That doesn't sound enjoyable. That doesn't sound, bro. Don't be a fucking bitch. If you want to make a lot of fucking music, if you want to actually be fucking successful, don't be afraid to sit down and fucking lock in, bro, and actually focus on making fucking music, right? This is a quick little rant, but I make music with a lot of I've made music with a lot of people, right? And so many motherfuckers, bro, when I'm making music, we're hanging out, we'll be fucking on the mic, this and that. Everyone is so fucking distracted. Everyone is so distracted when I make music with them. And it's just cringe. It's just cringe to me, man. I can't even lie. I'm there like trying to do some shit. I'm there like fucking focused, like laser focused on the fucking computer screen. And then bro's next to me like on his phone, like on Tinder or some shit. And then bro's got like a bag of chips, like fucking just hella distracted. He like turns the TV on. He's like fucking watching TikTok and all this shit while making music. Right? It's just so careless to me. Like, I'll make music with some people, and then they're just on Snapchat, like texting fucking bitches. They're like, oh, and then they're like, and then they just fucking walk off somewhere, and then they're taking a shit, and then they're doing this. It's like, when you make fucking music, bro. This is my philosophy. When I'm making music, nothing else fucking exists. Nothing else, like, it's just me making music. I don't think about anything else. I don't do anything else. It's nothing else. It's just my entire brain's energy is put into the fucking music, and it's gonna get so much fucking better then, right? I know, like, I'm not trying to shit on my homies, right? But I'll make music with so many dudes, and they never get anything finished. They never get anything done. They never make fucking songs because they do half a song. They like freestyle a verse, and then they like play some guitar, and then they just fuck off somewhere and they're all distracted, right? It's impossible to actually produce something, to actually get the result you want when you're just distracted as fuck, right? This is a very just ranty way of explaining what deep work is. Deep work is where you're not fucking distracted, right? And music, in my humble opinion, is something that requires deep work. It requires your focus and attention to actually to be at the point where you want it to be, right? I could make a song while fucking scrolling on my phone, but it's gonna be shit. It's, you know what I mean? And it's just, what, do you even care, bro? Do you even fucking care? Right? Next time you make music, right? And I used to do this all the fucking time. I used to do this when I was like 15, 16. I'd be making music, and then I just catch myself on my phone. I'm on my phone, where it's like, then I fucking do something, and then I make some food, and now I'm like eating fucking Doritos while trying to, you know what I mean? It's like, are you a bitch? Are you, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm getting all aggressive here, but it's just like, come on, dude. If you actually, like, I feel like I'm getting mad at my younger self. You know what I mean? If I could go back in time and see my younger self just fucking in his room trying to make music and getting all frustrated that he's not finishing songs. Oh, I don't make enough songs. But I don't even fucking try. You know what I mean? I make music. I make music all the time. but I'm not fucking focused, right? Either way, I'm not explaining how to actually enact this. So practically, how do you work deeper, right? How do you get really fucking, how do you lock in, essentially? This, people nowadays say lock in, so I'm just going to tell you how the fuck to actually lock in, right? Autistic level fucking steps, right? When I made an album in 2 weeks, right? I'll explain to you what I did. So I'm gonna have some, I'm gonna have a sip of this. Alright, step by motherfucking step. Are you ready, right? Fucking wake up early as fuck. Wake up when the sun isn't even up. Like, I'm talking like 4 a.m. I woke up today, 4:20. I normally wake up, because it's kind of funny, right? But I woke up 4:20. I finished an entire fucking, I'm finished the song today, right? And that's even kind of, like, I was proud of myself. I was like, fuck yeah. I woke up at 4:20, and by 9 o'clock, I'd finished the song, right? So it is a fat, like, I spent 4 or 5 hours making music today, but it's done. It's done. I did my fucking music work. I ate the motherfucking frog, right? So now I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can go to the gym and take ages because I don't have to worry about shit. I can go for a fucking walk. I can do whatever the fuck I want, right? Because I already put the work in. I already made a song. I already finished the song today, right? I did more work in the first fucking 4 hours of today than I used to in weeks or even like months. You know what I mean? When I was younger, right? So either way, deep work. When you wake up very early, nobody else is awake, so nobody can distract you, right? I've talked to a lot of the boys, and we all have a similar experience where you're trying to make a song, right? And then it's like your fucking mom will like knock on the door or some shit, or like someone will be like, "Oh, bro, you have to wash the dishes" or some shit. You know what I mean? It's fucking annoying. There's always people. I love my family, but but it's like, when you're trying to make music, sometimes they're distracting. Sometimes friends are distracting, right? I would recommend, if you're really trying to fucking make a song, do it alone, bro. Lock yourself in a fucking room. Close the door so you can't see anything. No one can see you. No one can come in. It's 4 a.m. It's just you in this fucking room. That's how you limit distractions. Also, your phones are gay as fuck. So turn all the fucking notifications off. All these fucking little bell noises and shit. How are you gonna be making music, and then it's like a little like ding, and then you like pick up your phone, and now you're like texting bitches, and you're not making music, right? Stop being like a amateur, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know, dog. Just distracting, bro. You're trying to actually get something done. If you wanna, you know what I mean? To make music, you have to put the fucking work in. And I'm just going to tell you how to put the work in, right? These simple things. So turn the notifications off your phone, and then throw it out of the room before you make music. Like, throw it out of the room, close the door. No, throw it out of the room, then, like, stomp on your phone, and then, like, burn it, and then go back into the room. And now no phone's going to distract you, right? And another thing. This is weird. I got this, Alex Hormozy video. He was talking about this. When you're working, to focus, work in a pitch black room. Like, it's some psychopathic, like, Batman shit. But this is what I was doing when I made a lot of music. It'd be 4 a.m., no light, and I'm in a fucking dark room, right? I'm in a dark room like some fucking goblin, like, in this room. And the only light is the light that's coming off the laptop, right? So it's when there's this fucking, all this blue light casting into your eyes, it's like, of course you're going to be looking at that and not looking at some stupid shit around the room getting distracted, right? So this is deep work. This is my interpretation and how I'm going to teach you deep work. Just eliminate distractions, right? You wake up really early so there's nobody around, right? Get rid of your phone, right? Turn all the lights off. Just nothing else exists than you and the fucking music equipment, the fucking laptop and the guitar and the microphone, right? Nothing else exists. That's all you're fucking doing. When you're making music, right? Stop fucking multitasking and switching this and, oh yeah, I'm making music, but then I gotta call this person halfway through. Just fucking no, right? When you make music, no distractions. right? That's deep work. There's a whole book on deep work that will explain it way better than I just did, right? So you can research deep work if you want, but that is one thing I discovered that fucking transformed the way I make music and made me so much more productive. So, strategy number 3 is environment change. So, by changing your environment, you can change a lot about your habits and a lot about your habits, right? If you've fallen into this kind of like kind of lazy, not getting much done, like if you're just in this funk, right? You're like in a rut. You're not making a lot of music. One way where you can just completely switch, right? And just kind of gaslight yourself and being like, yeah, I'm productive. I'm disciplined. I make so much music, right? One way you can do that is just by changing your environment. So, for example, what I did when I made an album in 2 weeks, I had a super drastic environment change, right? So what happened was my uncle was leaving on some like skiing trip or something, right? So he asked me and my sister to house sit. So we were in this big house, relatively big for 2 people. We're in this house that I don't go to often. So that's how drastic my environment changed, was that I was living in another house. I was staying in a room that I'd never stayed in before, right? So when you're in this different environment, you almost just become a different person. You know what I mean? Because when you wake up in the same room, like when I wake up in this room, you see all the exact same shit, right? And when you see the same shit, you think the same shit, you're in the same thinking pattern, your behavior is the exact same, right? But when you get taken out, that's why things like, you go on a holiday and it feels so different. Because the environment's different. You think different things. You feel like a different person, right? And this can be, you can use this to your advantage a lot. Like every time I move house, I get this weird burst of like productivity and I make a bunch of songs. Every time I move. And then it kind of gets stagnant when I'm like living in the same spot for a while. So obviously, practically, you can't just move house every time you want to make music, or you can't just house sit someone else's house, right? But one thing you can do is, like, this sounds so weird, and this has, it sounds fucking off the wall, but like rearrange your furniture, like redecorate your room, right? When you do these things, you are still changing your environment, right? You wake up and your room just looks like different. You wake up on a different side of your room and you're like, what the fuck? Like, something's different, right? And then you don't fall into the same habits as easily. You don't fall into the same rut as easily. You just, rearrange. Like, if you feel like you've just been like, fuck, like I'm stuck, I'm not getting anything done, I'm not going anywhere with this music shit, just fucking rearrange everything. Put a bunch of new posters up on your wall and fucking flip your bed upside down and then lay on your bed. And then it's like, you know what I mean? Like, when you wake up and your room is completely different, it's going to remind you that, oh yeah, like, I changed all this shit, so I'm going to start making music. Right? It sounds kind of weird, but it's like, when I was at my uncle's house making all this music, making a shit ton of music, something else I had done was I shaved my head, right? And like, obviously it's drastic, not many people want to shave their head, but it fucking works, bro. It works. So many people shave their fucking head for the same reason. Like, I had a similar kind of mullet, like curly hair, right? And I just shaved it all off, right? It's like, I'm a new person, right? When you shave all your fucking hair off, it's the same as environment change. You look in the mirror and it's you're like, who the fuck is this? This is a different guy. You know what I mean? And then you look, and you can create this almost alter ego of like, when you're bald, right? You shave all your hair off, and you're like, yeah, this is music Aiden, this is productive. He makes a lot of songs, So either way, change your fucking clothes, right? Do weird shit, like people, just tie a fucking big fucking red string around your wrist, right? And then you look at that, you're like, why did oh yeah, I gotta make music, right? Yeah, I gotta do the first 2 strategies. This sounds so fucking weird, but I'm telling you it works. And something that was so blessed about me getting to, house sit at my uncle's was it was at the perfect time when I was like, I need to fucking grind, like I need to make a lot of music. And it just worked out so fucking well. It worked out so well. So either way, those are the 3 strategies. Number 1 is eat the frog. So do the work straight away, and then the rest of your day is chill. You don't have to worry about it. Do the fucking work, focus, first thing in the morning, do it, right? Strategy number 2 is deep work. So don't be fucking distracted, right? Don't be on your phone. Another thing is don't eat. Don't eat. I should have said this earlier in the video, but don't fucking eat before making music. Because digestion, like when your body is digesting food, it takes like energy away from your brain. This is like bro science. Like, I'm not saying this scientifically correct at all, but I guarantee you this is a real fucking thing. It's so demanding on your body and your brain and your gut and everything when you're digesting food. So by fasting, by not eating, you're keeping 100% of your brain's energy, right? So obviously you can eat later in the day, but just eat after you've finished making music, right? And that's exactly what I was doing. That's exactly what I did today. I still haven't eaten anything, right? Because I'm trying to be focused for this video. So don't fucking eat. Never eat before or during while you're making music. Terrible fucking idea. Don't go on your phone. Turn your notifications off. Throw your phone into a fucking well so you don't, it's fucked, right? Number 3, environment change. We just went over this, but when you change your environment, you change your habits, you change your thoughts, you change your behavior, right? And when you do this with the intention of thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna make a bunch of fucking music, then boom. If you enjoyed the video, if you want more help, right? If you like this style of content, and if this is a goal of yours, if you want to make a bunch of music, right? If you want to kind of get out of that rut of just not like having shit, like not fucking actually dropping shit consistently, like just click the link. I'm gonna tell you to click the link. Click the link. Just check it out. It's a music making program that I'm creating. It's available now. You can get early access, so it's super cheap, bro. Like at the time of recording this, it's $37. Like a one-time payment, $37. And once you join, you tell me whatever problem you've been having with making music, right? Maybe you want to build more confidence so you can post your music. Maybe you just want to maybe you want to finish more songs, right? Maybe you never finish your songs and it's annoying you, right? Any problem that you've been having, right? I've been making music for quite a bit now, man. Like fucking 8 years or some shit. So there's a good chance that I've encountered it, I've been through it, and I'm on the other end now where I'm posting lots of music. I've posted a shit ton of music. People, I'm not fucking famous, obviously, but people have been recognizing me, and people have been and playing my music around and shit and telling me they like my music, and it's fucking good, man. And if you want a community of people to fucking help you and to be on the same journey and to speak about all this shit, there's a community feature in the program as well. There's courses. I'm obviously building more and more courses as it goes on. And yeah, man, any problem you're having, I'll literally record an entire video module for you, like specifically for you. Either way, man, I think it's honestly too fucking cheap. I'm gonna bump it up pretty fucking soon. So yeah, man, just check it out. Click the link. I hope you enjoyed the video.